Hey, what's up guys? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, bringing you another new artist. If you're new here, basically what I'm doing every day of 2024, I am listening to a new artist, 4 songs from that artist throughout their discography, and I'm giving you my quick thoughts on each of the songs, ranking the songs, and I ask you for favors at the end to give me more artists because 365 is a lot of new artists to get to, so I need your help. Today's artist is a band called ERRA. Now, I've heard of ERRA a lot. I know they're like a progressive metalcore band. I'm not terribly familiar with their music. I do know that the singer was the former, or current, I guess, singer of Texas in July. That band had broken up. He joined ERRA, and now Texas in July are releasing music again, so I guess Texas in July seems to be kind of a side project since ERRA has become very successful over the last couple of years. So Texas in July I had listened to way back in the day when I was trying to follow all types of scene music and was trying to get into this stuff, and it wasn't for me. It was a little too harsh for me. I understand ERRA has some clean vocals, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they have. Alright, so ERRA's released a lot of music, but what I'm noticing is the first couple albums don't really get too much play on Spotify, so I decided to start with when the singer JT, formerly of Texas in July, joined the band with their 2016 album Drift, and we're going to check out Skyline. From the repetition of always needing to... Okay, so knowing this is a progressive metalcore band, I expected progressive elements. I expected wheedly guitars. There was a little too much in the beginning here for me. Not to Dance Gavin Dance standards or anything, but still too much. The softer vocals at the beginning of the song really reminded me of post-hardcore bands that I grew up listening to. Bands like Seosin and Chiodos, and even a little bit of Thursday in there as well. The uncleans are very heavy. I kind of expected that since, like I said, Texas in July was a little too harsh for me at the time and heavy, so I was a little surprised, especially given the softer nature of the beginning of the song as far as musically and vocally, but it certainly hit you like a ton of bricks when those uncleans hit. Now let's talk about the end of the song. Was this produced by John Feldman or what? Because we get some pop-punk whoa-oh-ohs at the end, but the very end of the song has whoa-oh-ohs in the back of the mixing with some heavy, unclean vocals over top. Overall, the song was good. I certainly did not dislike it. I probably would have made some different mixing decisions that would have made the song better, but overall, it's a good song. Next up, we're going to the album Neon, and this song is Breach. So, I made the comparisons to Seosin on the last album. So, surprise, surprise, this album was produced by guitarist of Seosin, Bo. This song does not sound like Seosin, though. That's not to say that there aren't things that are the same as everything else. Like, we get a classic Crashing Waves lyric in a metalcore song. Now, I don't really know when that trend started, so maybe this was early on or even before and everyone ripped off ERRA, but I'm betting not. Unlike my issues with the previous song, this song has the perfect amount of prog for me. I don't hate all prog. I really enjoy bands like Protest the Hero that do still have some elements, but they mix it in well with other elements that I'm more a fan of, and that's what this song did for me. However, I hated the fact that going into the bridge, they did kind of like a hard stop, and then they just kind of went with the soft bridge before picking it up again for the final chorus. Not a fan of that section at all. Overall, I liked a lot of elements of it. I think it's weird when metalcore bands open up their albums with softer songs. I think it could work if you maybe cut off the beginning part and made that just kind of like a quick little minute intro, and then you went into the rest of the song as like the real track one. But having it all at once is a little strange to me. But lucky for me, that wasn't the case with the next song. The opening song of the self-titled album from 2021, it's Snowblood on the album ERRA. So as I said, this is the quintessential metalcore album opener. Also, unlike the last song, This song had a great build-up to the bridge. It didn't slow down, it didn't do a hard stop, it had elements of both, where it kept you in the song the whole time. And can we talk about the solo? I'm usually not one for solos, but the fact that this was an impressive solo, but still kept the melody of the song, is something that you don't normally see in metalcore, and I was shocked when that happened. Alright, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. The blast beats hitting, followed by the "Oh" mosh call, and then the breakdown. A Jeff's kiss. Alright, and the final song we're checking out is ERRA's newest single, called Pale Iris, that was released this past August. Alright, it seems like ERRA found their stride because this song also beats you down right at the start of it. Does not give you any time to catch your breath and get ready for what's upcoming. Out of the 4 songs I'd listened to, I think this is probably the one I appreciate lyrically the most. I'm not sure if they're just hitting their stride or they're trying to avoid certain things. I talked about the cliche crashing waves line earlier, but this song did have one thing that the last song did not have, and that's a weaker mosh call. Return to the dirt? Like, you want me to go lay down? I don't understand. That's a bad mosh call. So, it's not perfect lyrically, I guess. Alright guys, that's it. That is ERRA. That's my 4 songs I checked out. Let's rank them right now. So number 1, try to be surprised. It's Snowblood. Given the streams, this seems to be a popular pick for people's favorites. Number 2, I'll go with the new single Pale Iris. This one does not have as many streams, surprisingly. But I'm wondering if, since metalcore fans still are full album listeners, if that maybe is the reason why it just hasn't picked up enough steam yet. Because this is really a very strong song, and I'm surprised at the lack of streams it has, given that it's been out for, 5 months. In third place, we'll go Skyline. Again, love the post-hardcore elements of it. It's something that I grew up on, so I really appreciated that going in, even if there was a bit too many prog sounds for my liking. And last but certainly not least is Breach. I still enjoyed the song, but it's easily the weakest of the 4. I don't know if this particular song is one I'd come back to a lot, given that the whole basically end of the song is ruined for me by that sudden stop and soft bridge. But I still don't hate it. Guys, hit the comments below. Let me know what you think of ERRA. Am I way off base? Am I just a pop punk kid that doesn't understand real music? Let me know in the comments. And while you're leaving a comment, make sure, like I said at the beginning of this video, you leave me other bands I need to check out. I need your help. 365 is quite a hill to climb, but so far so good. And if you just stumbled upon this video because you like ERRA, or you thought that my face looked weird and you want to see what I had to say, then thank you so much for thinking I have a weird face and watching all the way through. But if you want to stick around, I'd like you to cut my wrists and hit subscribe. Emo Cat Dad out. Peace, guys.